If you're anything like me, you are operating in your masculine energy when it comes to dating. I used to heavily operate in my masculine energy when it came to dating, and I wasn't attracting the kind of interactions I wanted to attract with men. That reason being was because I was doing all of the chasing and putting in all of the effort. What dating in your masculine energy can look like: texting first, asking them on the date, or asking them out, approaching them when you see them in public and you meet them for the first time, making all of the effort to see them again, filling all of the gaps in during conversation, trying to control every aspect of the date, offering to pay for the whole date, offering to pay in general, being overly analytical during the date, overthinking everything that he says during and after the date, overthinking everything that he says and does in general, thinking of ways to progress the relationship through your own effort, double texting him when he hasn't responded, calling him when he hasn't responded, getting frustrated at the speed and rate that the relationship is traveling, trying to have the exclusivity conversation or what are we conversation before it's even warranted and before he even brings it up, like it's not his idea at all, trying to see the potential of the relationship before the relationship has even been established.
Did anyone else get a headache from all that? Fam, I usually take these things apart piece by piece, but this queen, without a doubt, did way too much overthinking. Ladies, when any of you get like this, it's not being your masculine. It is you bringing unnecessary complexity, and men just don't want to be around you. Look, fam, let me just point out a few things she actually thinks is being masculine, but they really aren't. Asking them on a date. No, sister. The moment you make a dating profile, you practically already did that. Nothing masculine about that. Filling all the gaps during conversation. Since when is it masculine to give an effort to converse? Offering to pay for the whole date or in general? No, that's called being considerate. Don't use that excuse. Everything else about texting, speed of relationship, and overthinking is 100% what women do. It's not masculine. Queen. If you were Pinocchio, your nose would be the size of a broomstick. And what would be worse is you would actually think you're on the money with this spiel. I don't want to sound like I'm implying that some of today's young women have heard these buzzwords so often they can't tell left from right anymore. But dang, son, the dots are connecting into that picture.
Now, these kind of actions are going to attract more feminine men. If you like being in your masculine energy while dating and you like dating feminine men, by all means, that's fantastic and you should continue doing that. But if you don't like the way that men are interacting with you and the way that you're being treated, and you want to sit in your feminine energy, you want to heal that, and you want to attract a masculine man, then I'm going to put another video up on how to date in your feminine energy.
What the hell was all that about? Ladies, what is this nonsense of, well, I'm in my masculine energy and I have to switch over to my feminine energy to date men? What are you, a transformer? This isn't a Michael Bay film. Since when have women been so confused as to how to be feminine? Ladies, it doesn't work that way. You're not a Decepticon 1 minute and then you're Thotimus Prime the next. Although I do recognize the 304 transformations on certain girls' nights. That's beside the point. The fact is, if you want to act like a man, you're gonna get treated like a man. Moving on.
Girly things your mom should have taught you, first date edition. When it comes to a first date, always drive yourself so that you can leave when you want to. When the bill comes, make a first offer to pay. A gentleman will say, "Oh no, I've got this." And then you say thank you, do not offer again. If he doesn't even offer, don't go out with him again. Make sure you know where the location is so that you can tell a friend or family member, and also so you know what to wear. Next, my personal rule, do not kiss on the first date. Why, you may be asking? Because you want to see if there's more than just a physical connection there. And he's going to be thinking about you all week, like, oh dang, I should have kissed her. Little does he know that you didn't even give him the opportunity to kiss you. And lastly, have a signature perfume. Every time he smells that, he's going to think of you. Also, pay attention to what he's wearing. Like, did he take the time to get ready for this date, or does he look like he just got out of gym class?
This young queen said some tips that made sense, but it is all one-sided. I give women advice as well as I do men, and I think this is a good opportunity to show the other side of the coin on her advice. Let's go. Always drive yourself so you can leave when you want to. This is good advice, and I am about to one-up it. Ladies, for a first date, go somewhere safe and close by, preferably walking distance from where you live, like a local coffee shop. When the bill comes, make a first effort to pay. So she actually thinks a gentleman must pay, and if he doesn't offer, don't go out with him again. Ladies, here's the flip side of that. If you don't offer to pay your half, or you get upset you had to pay your half, you are not worth dating. If on the first date, this is the nicest you are going to present yourself, and you don't give a man the courtesy you give your friends, that shows a man you value your friends for who they are and only value him for a cash interaction. This is why I always advise a coffee date or a walk in the park for the first date. Get to know each other. Leave the money out of it. Do not kiss on the first date. Good rule. And by that same token, men will not pay on the first date. He is not entitled to your body, and you are not entitled to his money. Perfume and clothing are also good tips, but let's be honest, Chads and Tyrones get a pass on that a lot of times. Moving on.
Advice that you probably don't hear a lot. We talk a lot about don't settle, which believe me, I am so here for. Do not settle on any area of your life. But I think a really important piece of this that will allow you to emerge into the greater you that you are becoming, rather than staying settled, is to simply first observe the realization that you want more as it comes up. Sometimes it's really scary to realize, okay, I think I want more out of a relationship, or I want to move somewhere, or I don't want to be at this job anymore. And then we hear in our heads, don't settle, never settle. And it puts all this pressure on us. Like, shoot, I feel like I'm settling, but I'm really too scared to do anything about it. I'm telling you to just slow it down and observe the emotions. Observe what comes up for you without needing to do anything about it right off the bat. This validates your emotions, but gives you the space to do what you need to do. That's one of the most overwhelming things that we ever have to do, is leave something that's really good and comfortable for something that's extraordinary, especially when there's risk involved. So be kind to yourself and don't settle.
Fam, I could just blurt out what all she said basically means, but I'm gonna have fun with it. Hit the music. Who's the leader of the club that's made not for men and me? Hypergamy. Hypergamy! That's not Mickey.
Oh, the world owes me a living.
This is the part where my female viewers will scream at their screens saying, she doesn't have to settle! The point that went over your heads is she clearly said over time she's going to want more and more, not settling for what she has. This is just the basis of that 70% plus female-led divorce rate. This is why I always advise men not to get their women flowers, because women will never be satisfied with the effort you have made. She will constantly demand more from you and eventually will justify leaving you because you could not meet her ever-increasing demands of a huge bouquet. The man who came up with the saying, my girl deserves the world, is a Hall of Fame imp. Come on, both Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates are divorced and they are billionaires. This isn't an insult to women, it's just a reality of relationships men must accept. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.